right, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, another week has gone by. My goodness, time is flying. We are already in April. What is going on? My goodness. My goodness, guys. Welcome everyone. We've got BCF Parts with the Icey cookie for today. We got Railfan K and we got Bright Bunny Echo Gaming, Railfan Productions there. Welcome everyone. Hopefully you're having a good week. Welcome to all the lurkers who are going to be lurking in the background, and hello to all of you who are going to be watching this stream on the replay. So we've got a lot to talk about. And there's going to be some times when it comes to, content creation, when it comes to, especially with me reporting on the news, it's just something that, I enjoy doing it. I love getting the information out there. And unfortunately, there's going to be those times where life is going to intersect YouTube. And so we're going to be having that crossover a lot today. The first news is going to be very sad. But we need to get the word out there. Yeah. Hello, Chuck. How are you? Welcome. And hopefully everyone is doing okay. The first bit of news is definitely going to be sad. Before we get into the news, though, let's get some trains running. Let's get some trains running here. All right. So for today, we have a double header feature in celebration of all the great news that's been coming out of BLI with Challenger. We've got Challenger engine here. Let's go ahead and we'll get this train running. But we have another special engine as well. All right, so we're double heading the 844 as well as the Challenger pulling our excursion train. So it is a double header feature today. Something that I did find out is that the Bonami can be controlled from engine driver. Did some experimentation, and we do have it on engine driver, which is awesome. And so it is a dual capable confirmed chip, which is awesome. Which means I don't have to go back and forth with a different app like Engine Driver and Bonami at the same time. We can just control all from one, which is pretty good. And so we have that running on our layout today as a double feature in celebration of the Union Pacific. All right, so as I was saying, there's going to be some heavy news today. There's a lot of things going on. I do have some channel news as well. There's going to be some changing of a few things. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just get the big one that broke about an hour ago out of the way. And, guys, I don't know how else to put this. I just don't know how else to put this. We'll go straight to it. It sucks. It's part of that life aspect. I typically don't like talking about, life sometimes on this channel, but again, just to get the word out there, let's go to it. Guys, we've lost Hobo Shoestring. Damn. So if you guys don't know, Hobo Shoestring was a YouTuber that would go onto trains and do a lot of awesome content. He just crossed 200,000 just recently, and we fucking lost him, guys. They found his body in the freaking lake behind his house. So, damn. Hello, Artie. Sorry. No. I hope you're doing well, Artie. But, no, we lost Shoestring, and I followed this guy. As soon as I got back into the hobby, he was, like, one of my first YouTubers that I've refollowed just because I wanted to gain more knowledge of model railroading, especially modern day. And I followed this guy's channel, like, religiously. I was watching the news, and the news broke last week that he was missing, and, I stayed off of it because I was praying for the best to find him, and then we can see videos again. But it was confirmed It was confirmed an hour ago that they found his body in the lake, and it fucking sucks. I do apologize. I'm gonna swear a little bit just because this is really sad freaking news. And it just sucks. It just sucks. Hello, Kyle. Welcome, welcome. Please confirm that the body found in Bond Lake was in fact hobo shoestring. So, I left a link in the channel so you guys can check out all the great content he has left us. I hope that the family doesn't take down the channel in memorandum of him. But again, we'll respect their wishes. Prayers go out to all the family, friends, co-YouTubers that knew him. But damn, it sucks. It sucks a lot, guys. So, may he rest in peace. I took this one hard. I don't deal with death well. The fact that we lost an awesome YouTuber, and regardless of what you think the legality of what he was doing was, set that aside. There was a lot of great information that he provided to not only Railfanners, but to even model railroaders. He had so much good knowledge of how everything kind of worked, how the yards worked. And yeah, it sucks. It freaking sucks. So, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. So, rest in peace, Hobo Shoestring. And that's pretty much all I'll talk about there. So, yeah. Sometimes, guys, the Icey news is we got to report on some of the, the sad stuff too, just so we can bring closure. If you guys didn't know, well, you guys know now. We lost an awesome YouTuber. So, life is short. And that's just things we got to keep in mind. So, life is short. All right, so we'll talk about some good things here. Yeah, you never heard of them? Yeah. And that's the thing, too, is like YouTube is so big, sometimes you will never know of these other awesome YouTubers. That happens a lot because YouTube is just so big that, it takes, unfortunately, something tragic like this to bring into limelight. And, it sucks. It sucks. Yeah, it looks like a Texas flag. Yep. So CSX has announced their next heritage unit. Again, I feel so sorry for those who model CSX. It feels like they are releasing a heritage unit a week. So kind of crazy. So we got the new Western Maryland heritage scheme from CSX. And it's a beauty. I like it. I like the design. It does look like a Texas flag, which is pretty interesting. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that already. Yeah. Lost a good interstate buddy last week or two. Head on in the middle of the Outback. Well-known road train driver in your country. Yeah. Yeah, that's the same thing with Hobo Shoestring. He was popular here in the U.S. For those who knew. Yeah, I don't deal with even with animals, with people, especially if I know the people. Those really hurt. Yeah, it sucks, but we grieve together. We celebrate the life. We celebrate the videos that he's left us, and we move forward. So, we move forward. Yeah, CSX is definitely pumping them out. Yep, absolutely. You'll definitely get one. Awesome. There you go. There you go. So yeah, awesome little paint scheme. I love the heritage units. I love this design. I love that you're basically peeling off the shell of the CSX for the insides that make it, the heritage units of the family. I love everything about this. Absolutely love everything about this. So, all right, it wouldn't be an Icey Railway podcast without talking about something from BLI. So BLI hasn't announced it yet. This is probably gonna be one of their announcements for tomorrow, but they've actually leaked some announcements on their website. So we're getting some Union Pacific Heritage Fleet, which is another reason why I'm running it today, is because if you're a Union Pacific fan, you are feasting right now. We had the Challenger announcements from BLI. Now we're starting to get the actual excursion trains from BLI as well. Gonna open like a can opener, yeah. Yeah. especially with the CSX units, the mullet units. Yeah, I just go with heritage. Just makes sense. But yeah, so we're getting the kind of first pictures here. That's one someone who had long hair. You love it. Nice. So these look like CAD drawings, very well CAD drawings here, but these look amazing, absolutely amazing. I don't know Clinchfield as in the challengers, because I think right now I'll look into it, but I haven't heard anything yet. I can't quite. I have to Google what Clinchfields are. I know I should know, but I forgot, to be honest. But yeah, these pictures look amazing. Let's see. So we've got the Kinney flick, and then we're gonna have one in the Big Boy tour. We're gonna have the George Bush funeral version. We're gonna have the Spirit of Union Pacific, and then we're also going to get a gray with black truck. So I'm thinking this is gonna be a Greyhound scheme, which is gonna be amazing. And this is gonna be in the 9016 UP business car. Let me actually look that up real quick. But anyways, we're getting a nice collection of the excursion cars for Union Pacific. They are MSRP is 130, so it'll probably be 100. Which again, if you really want really nice coaches, that's just the standard nowadays. So it's gonna be the same as like a California Zephyr, which, you know, I'm okay with. It's the new standard. They're gonna be nice. So I may just get one car, but it's tempting with the business, with the Greyhound scheme, along with the normal yellow. So yeah, right here the price is going to be 130, but again, this is MSRP, so I'm thinking about maybe 100 per car. Which, you know, it's the standard nowadays. I mean, Rapido's pretty much in that price range, and so forth. So, yeah. Yeah. That's the standard, unfortunately. It really is. You got good news and bad news. Uh-oh. Hopefully everything's okay. So yeah, we got these cars coming out, which I cannot wait. Cannot wait. So, Scale Trains doesn't have anything new. However, they've got a coming soon on their HO selection. So, confirmed, we're going to have an HO announcement from Scale Trains, and they'll probably come out tomorrow. So, I apologize. May slightly be spamming your notifications because there's going to be a lot of news coming out. BLI has also said that they're going to be doing some new releases. Guaranteed the Union Pacific coach cars is going to be one of them. They may have some other things, but BLI said that they're going to do something as well as for their announcements, and hopefully we get it here soon. Like I said, we already know about the 611, so if I had to take a guess, this is probably going to open up to the pre-orders of the 611 Norfolk and Western steam engine. I think they really need to do it at this show, considering that BLI is just running away with the market share when it comes to just locomotives in general. Scale Trains needs to do something. They really need to do something, because BLI is just going ham right now. All right, let's see. No, he's not. So the good news is you're getting a pre-order still, but the bad news is it got delayed till June of this year. Gotcha. Memory that is starting to fade to black. So yeah, we'll get to see what Scale Trains is going to announce tomorrow. Again, I hope it's the 611. It's got to be a locomotive. Let's just put it this way. Considering that BLI is announcing so many things, and we still got to talk about BLI. I'm not done with BLI just yet. So let's go right back to BLI. So I asked BLI on one of their videos about the whole Conductors Club to see if we can talk about the VIP information that was on there. I was concerned that, I made that post on the community site saying that there could be an NDA, there could be terms of services stuff with that VIP information on their newsletter because it is behind a paywall. So I was holding off on talking about any of those announcements. But luckily, we got our answer. There is no NDA attached to any of their announcements or newsletters. So very good props to BLI for doing that. I was concerned that we wouldn't be allowed to talk about the information on that VIP. And so we are able to talk about it, which is pretty darn good. Now, the caveat with that is I'm not going to share sources of that newsletter. I'm still trying to play the balancing game of trying to let you guys know what's coming up, and I feel like that's really important to me. That's why I love doing the Icey Rail news, is because I want you guys to get prepared for what's coming, so that way you can start saving your money now, so you can get all the things that you guys want. Kyle Stevens, so that was, I believe, an April Fool's joke, because if you looked at the screenshot of it, the screenshot was nowhere to be found on Scale Trains. And trust me, when I saw that screenshot, the one you were talking about, it's like, oh man, I gotta go make a video. And then because normally what I do is I try to find the source from the manufacturer as best as I can. And I could not find it anywhere on their website. I hunted for about an hour trying to figure out where that source came from, and I couldn't find it. And then I realized, it's the day before April Fool's. I'm chucking it up as an April Fool's joke. And then the more I examine that screenshot, the images of those steam engines of the Yellowstone and the Erie Triplex, I think those images are actually photoshopped onto the website, because I think those images actually came from an artist who does side 2D commissions of engines. I can't remember the guy's name, but he has a whole bunch of artwork that he does on the side of the engines. All right, let me see if I can catch up here. Let's see. Who's coming out with a free layout builder? I don't know. Somebody said that BLI was doing Frisco 1500 Series 482 and HO scale. I think that's part of the VIP announcement, which we'll get to in a second. And then we'll go from there. And hello, Randall. I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello, Randall. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. We talked about the new CSX. And then we talked about the passing of, rest in peace, Hobo Shoestring. So that's some of the news right now that we're kind of recapping and getting everything going here. So right now we're talking about BLI. And we also talked about BLI has announced the coach, the excursion coach observation end car as well. Yeah, so I believe it was a hoax. But it would be smart for Scale Trains to do that. They need to start getting those MTH engines out because they're popular, people want them, and BLI is just kind of monopolizing the market this year for me, at least, with all those announcements that BLI's been doing. And BLI is still not done. Like I said, we still got to get through the VIP announcement. So, again, BLI has pretty much said no NDAs attached to announcement newsletter. So we're good to go to talk about the VIP. I probably won't be making videos on the VIP announcements. I'll probably do it here in stream. So that way it'll be kind of an exclusive just to this live stream as well. And then if it does become an issue with NDA or something like that in the future, I can just cut them out. It's easier to cut out in a live stream than it is in a video. So, all right, you guys ready for some VIP announcements? Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's see. Work's been a little thin. Oh, so you haven't been busy as much? Gotcha. Sorry to hear that, Randall. Okay, so the big ones for the announcements, here's all the announcements for the HO scale. And these were the big ones I wanted to make a video on, but had to wait a little bit. So we're getting the DLMX 4219 auxiliary tender. We'll talk about that in a second. That's amazing. We're getting the NKP Prairie Marquette and CNO Brickshires and diecast. We're getting the EMD Tier 4 SD78H. Obviously, we already knew about the AC9. Made a video on that one. And the big one for me is that the cab forwards are coming back in Paragon 4. We're getting the AC11 and AC12 in HO scale. Now, with that being said, they don't have a timeline yet. These are the projects that are in different stages. So we're talking maybe 2 to 3 years before we see something like these guys come out. But I am super happy that the cab forwards are going to make another run. Definitely going to grab some when they come out. It's one of my favorite engines. And I'm thinking that the cab forwards will be the VIP exclusive Steam engine for next year. It makes sense to me because, in their VIP, they were talking about that it's basically going to be a rerun of their Paragon 3 series, and it's going to be ones that they know that are going to be popular. Well, these cab forwards make sense because we've got the cab forward, the lone survivor of the cab forwards, the 4294 in Sacramento. So if I was a betting man, I think next year's VIP exclusive is going to be these cab forwards. That's going to be my guess because it just makes sense. They have the tooling from their first run. I think it wasn't Paragon 3 on the initial run. And it makes sense, just like how they did the Challengers, the cab forwards, I think, are the perfect nomination to be that next exclusive offer that they do, which I hope they do because I'll definitely be grabbing some cab forwards. And they're popular. It is a very popular locomotive. All right, some of these other announcements. Now, if you're a Southern Pacific fan, you guys are feeding as well because what is all that DLMX? Well, that is the tender, the auxiliary tender that the 4449 has when they go on their excursion train. So we're getting that in HO scale. And I know a lot of people are celebrating because this is one of those a lot of people are asking for that I've seen in forums, I've seen on other YouTube channels. This one's pretty popular, and we all thought that Scale Trains was going to try to push us out first. No, long and behold, here's BLI making their first run at it. So definitely excited that they're coming out with the auxiliary tender for 4449, another one that I'll be picking up in the future. So pretty awesome to see. Yeah, BNSF is doing BNS things again, meaning they don't want to haul crews and vans because it's too expensive. Oh, man. Yeah, I could go on a little rant with that. That tender looks like a live steam riding car. Yeah. So yeah, here's another picture of it with the actual tender. So it's pretty cool. And the thing is, I hope BLI does it in different schemes because it was painted, I believe, in different schemes as well. So we'll see, and hopefully we get to see like a Freedom Train paint scheme. I think that'll be pretty cool as well to go with the Freedom Train. That'd be awesome if we can see this in Western Pacific. Oh man, let me have it in Western Pacific paint scheme. BLI, if you're listening, give me the Western Pacific color scheme. That'll be amazing. My wallet will definitely hate me, but getting the Freedom Train, getting the Western Pacific, and the daylight schemes, that'll be just radical. I love it. Oh, so we can get the auxiliary tenders, but not get the 614s? Yeah, I get you. Again, this is me being selfish. I get that. It's me being selfish. Well, Randall, hopefully we can sit back, relax, and hopefully we can get you. I'll get you guys some informative, some entertainment, and all that. Hopefully we can, escape that a little bit. I try, anyways. So yeah, we're getting the tender, which is pretty cool. The DLMX 4219, and then I never knew this diesel was a thing. All right, Artie, take it easy. Yep, I get it. Have fun on the railway. Yeah. That's why I'm making my own class 1. I'll just leave it at that. So we're getting this tier 4 diesel unit. And this is the SD70AH, which I never knew was a thing. Again, I don't model prototypical. He can multitask. It's all good. He's going into lurk mode. We try not to de-lurk the lurkers. We respect all lurkers who are just listening. I get it. I tend to lurk a lot in a lot of other channels, Just because it's nice having the background noise, the conversations going. And then there's just times I do jump in on a few things. Yeah. No room for the computer in the train room. Yeah, yep. Yeah, you were talking about that. I think it was on the last stream that you just can't get the two. There's not a lot of space. And I get that. What's your function? We reckon we. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're doing this in CSX2. What do you mean, Artie? So yeah, this is a weird looking unit. It's like an Ace backing with like a modern day front nose. It's really weird. It is a weird diesel to say the least. So we'll see what liveries come out for it. I know there's been a lot of popularity with the demonstrator. At one of my local clubs, when we were talking about these announcements, apparently a lot of them wanted the demonstrator unit. So we'll see. See if BLI makes it. Because the demonstrator unit looks pretty cool. It does look cool. Yeah. Pretty cool. Oh, are they doing so? CSX has a lot of those. I don't know. So BLI hasn't announced. Let me get rid of that. They haven't announced what liveries they're going to do. Yeah, Randall. So just to keep it simple, Norfolk Southern is going through a lot of CEO issues and board issues, and basically like Disney's going on right now. Let's see. So, oh yeah, NCSX, but CSX never purchased any of these. Interesting. Never knew that. So yeah, we'll see what liveries come out. So yeah, those are the big, and they're talking about their business cars that they're gonna do basically one at a time, and if they sell well, they'll keep producing more. It just allows them to keep the prices down for all the toolings that they have to do, which I get it. Tooling is expensive, especially when you're doing something brand new. It is what it is. See, and that's why. That's one of the main reasons why I don't tend to do modern. I do have some modern engines, but I don't typically, like, when I do a fun run and when I just put a consist together, I don't typically go modern as my first choice. If I'm really in the mood, then yeah, I'll probably put some modern on, but very rarely I do modern. There you go. Yeah, you can always paint it. Let's see. So yeah, those are the tier 4s. Talked about the Cav Fords, and I think that's all. All right. Let's take you guys to the good stuff here. Okay. So yeah, definitely a lot of announcements coming out of Broadway Limited. They're easily my favorite company right now. Yeah, they're just going crazy ham right now. Let's see, tooling isn't cheap. Got a quote on tooling and an Australian locomotive, 280,000 Australian dollars. Holy crap! Yeah, and I understand that. And that's why it's like, I gotta keep my selfishness in check. It's like I want this, I want the coal turbine, yada yada yada. And I understand that tooling is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So I have my biases, and there are times I have to keep that in check. My inner child says, nope, we gotta keep that in check. SD6 sent their units back to Progress Rail and are currently being leased to Ferromex. Ironically, one of those units showed up at Thar a while ago. Oh wow. So what's the story in the Frisco 482s? I don't know. I didn't see any news regarding it. You know, I can only present what I'm given from the manufacturers. So I don't see anything with it. I mean, I thought they were in here, but they weren't. Decided to pre-order the cow unit along with some other stuff I want to get. Nice. So you saw 4 of those units on a train one time last year. Interesting. And you have photos of it. Nice, Randall. Nice. Yeah, when it comes to modern, I can't tell the... There's a few... I mean, I can tell some big differences on modern, but... I'm not a modern expert. That's when I go to you guys. When I go, you know, Railfanning K has a lot of knowledge on modern. I mean, you guys just have a lot more. I gravitate towards transitional era equipment. Let's see. One little way for CS having an tactical mode there. Apache. Interesting. I get it. Someone was saying BLI mentioned it in the newsletter. Okay, so it must be... Hang on. I don't think it's in the VIP. It must be in their latest. Let me check. Let me see. Broadway monthly flyer. Because it could be in their Q&A. Which I'm not finding. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Modern locos are like modern cars, yeah. And again, some people like modern. Some people like being able to scale down in real day. So, and I have nothing against that. That looks pretty darn cool and impressive as well. All right, Artie. Yep, take it easy. Do what you gotta do, good sir. Yeah, I can't find any information on the Friscos. I'll have to do more digging a little bit later. Yep, take it easy, Artie. Yeah, the only thing I see here is about the Nickel Plate Road, the Chesapeake in Ohio. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about the Frisco. But yeah, I've got to give props to BLI. I'm glad they do the newsletter. I'm glad they do those Q&A sessions because there's always a lot of good nuggets of information in their Q&As. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything about the Frisco. See, I see Santa Fe. The CNW Yellow Jacket. Maybe on release? Let's see. Challengers. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in their release schedule. Oh, nice. So another P-42 got a Phase 7 livery. Yeah. Nice. All right, and for those of you who are just joining, our train today is a double header. We've got a Atherin Genesis Tsunami 1 3707 Challenger. We've got some Scale Trains tenders. We've got another Atherin Genesis. It was a DCC Ray locomotive that I put a Bunami decoder in there, along with a Bunami Keep Alive. I do have videos on my installation on that steam engine on the channel. And then it's just pulling a mixture of River Rossi coaches and AHC coaches. Or AHM or AMC or whatever. And it's not really, it's not prototypical at all. It's just what I could get. Yeah, I figured you meant liveries, yeah. Yeah. Mystic! I don't know why your image is blank. But, how you doing, good sir? We just finished up the news. We talked about some BLI announcements. Went through kind of what's coming up on the radar, which is cool. We're getting Cap 4s. We're getting the SP tender, Daylight tender, which is pretty cool. You know, rest in peace, Hubble Shoestring. We talked about that. Yeah, it's been a week, man. It has been a week. And today we are railfanning a Union Pacific doubleheader train. And let's go to the solo 180 here as we follow this. The Challenger's on the corner. The Duke. Hey, there you go. Yep, so head over to Randall's channel for those photos. Oh, I appreciate it, Mystic. Yeah, I felt, you know, I had a very long week. This week was kind of like, I guess the best way to describe it, it was like my finals week for my job where we get, you know, just everything under the sun happens, paperwork, all the stuff happens all in this week for me. So finally done with it. So now the rest of the year is kind of, okay, let's just get through the rest of the year now. But this was my week from hell, essentially. So finally got that done. And, you know, once everything was done, it's like, I just needed to run a train. I don't care what. Let's just try something a little bit different. What have I done yet? It's like, oh, I haven't double-headed these two yet. And so I posted on the community page that, you know, sometimes you just got to sit back, relax, and run a train. And it's like, yep, this will probably be the train that I'll run on the stream today. Have you pre-ordered your GP30s, Mystic? I can't wait to see those running on your layout. That's going to look so nice when you get those. I'm hoping, one thing that hasn't shipped yet is the freaking shark noses from BLI. I want the shark noses. But yeah, hopefully the shark noses come. That's what the next new diesels are going to be on this layout. As soon as I get those diesels, yeah, I'm going to run the Missouri Pacific ones. Let me check Train World. I think you can. Or is it coming soon? I may be a little... Yeah, maybe I'm premature on that. Hang on. Maybe a bit premature. I know they announced it. I don't know if we can pre-order yet. Let's see. That's a trail. No, probably not. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, they just announced it, so they probably won't be pre-ordering just yet. Let me check. N scale diesels. There you go. And then 2 NYC Sharks. Yep. Yep. Because they just announced those too. Just recently. Yep, never mind. I don't think you can pre-order yet. Nothing wrong with that, Kyle. Yeah, I get other hobbies can sometimes take higher priority. I can definitely understand that one. Yeah, it's gotten to the point that mono railroading has fully engulfed all my other hobbies. Like, it's getting to the point that some of the other things that I wouldn't normally get, I just like, nope, I can put that money towards trains. You wonder if they'll make the Amtrak Genesis engines. I don't think they will, Railfan, and the reason why is because they would have to make the tooling for it. And considering that they just invested a lot in the MTH tooling, unless did MTH have an Amtrak Genesis? That's the only way I could think they would do it. But you know, if I was scale trains right now, I would be trying to pump out as many of those MTH tooling as they can. And I get it. You know, there's business hiccups from time to time, and so we'll see. Like I said, with the Rocky Mountain Train Show tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of news coming out of that. So tomorrow will be a busy day for me. Probably in the either Saturday or Sunday, we'll try to get all the announcement videos out. My suspicion is that BLI's kind of already showed their hand that they're probably going to announce the. I mean, they show on the website. It's going to be the business coach from UP. It's going to be a main feature for tomorrow. Scale trains, like I said, I imagine scale trains is going to be the 611. I would imagine they would probably have a sample of the 611 there. But we'll see. One can speculate. They made one in O scale. Interesting. What's the album? Ah, good question. All right, let's do some more solo cams here. So you got space in your garage. Need to focus on model trains again. Yeah. Yeah, it just takes time. Keep searching. But yeah, I'm definitely once Alice in Chains. Nice, that's a good one. Very nice. That's a good one. Alright, let's get some of this cameras off. Do some around the layout. Alright, is that Challenger coming through? Along with the Northerner. And then the excursion train. Nice. Alright, let's take you guys over to the Wave modular. I haven't shown this one in a hot minute. I really like this view because this modular just it kind of showcases why I really why I like doing Digitracks. Because we got those digital push buttons on top. We got the their new push buttons on the side with lighted indicators. I can control basically those switches from the comfort of my own seat. Nice. Oh yeah, the new ATSF one that's coming out. Yep. I'm excited for the BLI's 2 steamer. That's gonna be so nice. But like I said, I suspect that one, considering I think it's a hybrid brass, I think that's gonna be a $1,000 locomotive. We'll see. Let's go to this one. Yeah. We'll see. We'll do a vinyl collection update. Nice. Yeah, so this view right here, this is Harbor Point. It's my tightest turn in the layout. I think it's like a 22, which is awful. So the fact that a good chunk of my collection can make it. I think my California Zephyr can't make it, which is the one I'm really sad about. But I try to do my best to get those in other videos. And then my Big Boy 4019 can't make it around this turn either. But I gotta get off my lazy butt and swap this modular out or make the turn bigger or something. Let's do this view. Yeah, that's a fair point too. When it comes to music, I kind of just got spoiled with YouTube. Like, if I want a song, I've got a DJ playlist that I just literally just Google it and listen to my music that way. I've gotten super lazy with it. And then now that I can download, like, most music videos nowadays, like, I really got spoiled with that. It's like, okay, road trip, let me look at my downloaded playlist. Oh, I can't wait to have those excursion cars. But knowing my luck, they probably won't make it around that 22-degree turn. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's do, I'll take you guys to Ghetto Bridge. Oh, absolutely, BCI parts. Yeah. When it comes to music, I can understand that. You bring your vinyls to work, nice. So we do have a vinyl record player. It's like that foreign one that you can play like cassettes, you can play MP3s, you can play the radio, and then it's got the vinyl on top. The thing is really useful. No, but going back to this without getting too into the weeds with it. Yeah, owning your own media is definitely the way to go. Especially when you see like other streaming services, like you think you can stream at any time, and then nope, it either goes away or the streaming service closes down, aka Funimation. But that's a whole nother rabbit hole for a whole nother stream, for a whole nother for a whole different channel. Uh, you heard music from your favorite band you never heard before. That's always a nice little treat. So back in a different life, I actually was a DJ. So yeah, those are fun times. So my music kind of changed too. It's like, I was 80s. Yeah, yeah. I'm a man of many interests. I guess is the best way to describe me. Because I do have a lot of other hobbies outside mono roading. It's just mono roading is my dominant one that I go to when I need to relax, when I want to share it, when I do content creation. It just dominates. But to relax, yeah, I like anime, love manga. Randall can contest. We have some great conversations about that. Um, Gaming, when I can find the time, like my real life work, and then school, and then this, and then family stuff just dominate my time now. So it's insane. Well, here's the thing. As long, let me. There are topics you cannot talk about on YouTube. I'll just leave it at that. Believe it or not, in my off time, usually if I'm not watching like mono railroading, I watch pop culture YouTubers a lot. And then just recently, though, I got an outdoor camping kind of interest lately out of nowhere. So I found this one YouTuber that I've been binge watching. Because it's just outdoor camping stuff, and it was just kind of soothing. You need to finish the last manga series. I've got so many books. One of these days, I'll probably take a picture of it and share it to you guys on the channel, because I know a lot of you guys, there's a lot of crossover between people who read manga and anime and this community. So I'll just post like all the stuff. Komi Can't Communicate is one that I'm following religiously. And then on the anime side, One Piece. Kind of took a pause on One Piece, but I've been watching Shogun lately with the wife, because that piqued our interest and is actually a really good series. We're kind of behind, but that's actually pretty good. Hey, Warwolf, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Right now, we're just doing kind of an AMA, just, relaxing, chilling. Unofficially speaking, the one things I won't go into is religion politics. So anything outside of that is kind of ish fair game, but I kind of won't talk about it too much. But because I'm just obsessed with mono railroading, so that's what I tend to talk about. Alright, let me bring up the face camera again. Let's see, wife's got me into Fallout. So someone says, wife's got into Fallout but hasn't started with the manga yet. Huh. Nice. Coming can't communicate the series I need to finish, yeah. It's just one of those stereotypical tropes that You know, it's one. If you read Come Get Communicate, it's very stereotypical, but I'm glad they're progressing the relationship. I'll just leave it at that because I want to see that. I don't want the typical what do they call it, like the typical chase of a relationship. That crap gets old. The other day you saw an HO Bachmann FG1 locomotive for $68. I think it was a scam. Depends on where you saw that. If it was Facebook Marketplace, depends. If it was eBay, potentially. It depends on the context of where you saw that listing. Because if it's just DC, then yeah, it could potentially be good, but... Let's see. Can I get a smoke unit? Welcome, Sean. How you doing? Can you get a smoke unit for a big boy in HO? There's a lot to that question. So, me personally, I don't like smoke because it gives me migraines. There's just something about the chemical and the smoke that they use in BLI and even Lionel. When I'm around Lionel O gauge scale, I get migraines. It's tough. So I tend not to do smoke, so that's why I don't do it. You can get smoke. If you buy any BLI unit, I highly recommend going with the Paragon 4 smoke units. Broadway Limited has smoke units in their Paragon 4 locomotives. So yes, you can get them in HO. And they're even getting them for N scale, which is crazy. And also to my knowledge, once Scale Trains gets their steam locomotives out, ESU has a smoke unit that they have and also going to put into their steamers as well. So yeah, you can get smoke units. And I don't know if they sell smoke units individually. That part I don't know because, again, I'm just not into smoke units, so I've never researched it. So I don't know if you can just buy a smoke unit from, like, ESU. I don't think Paragon sells them individually from BLI. But I don't know if ESU sells a smoke unit for the locomotives. That I don't know. You saw it on the Bachmann website because one day it popped up on your screen. Just going through the HO steam locomotives. Interesting. Yeah, if you saw it like a pop up from like Facebook or something, I'll be very wary because Facebook ads can be sketchy. Matter of fact, I think there was one that came out from. I don't remember. They were impersonating. I think it was model train stuff, if I remember correctly. They're impersonating model train stuff, saying that they had a sale, but then model train stuff had to come out with an announcement saying, "No, this is fake. This was a fake website." So yeah, definitely be careful what you click on. Yeah, no problem. Again, my knowledge is a little bit limited on the subject, so again, take things with a grain of salt. That's all I ask. This hobby is too big for just me, and then you got plenty of other experts in the chat as well. So, in the Icey family, I should say. Tycho Chattanooga had one. Nice. Don't like smoke units. They look twilight to you. Sorry, I don't really know how else to describe it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We all have our preferences in the hobby, and that's the great thing about it is that the hobby can conform to whatever we want it to do to get our escapism out of it. So, oh yeah, I stay clear away from Craigslist. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Okay. So some other news that I almost forgot about. So let's talk about train shows. So our next train show is going to be the new Braunfels train show. We will be there Saturday. I don't know about Sunday, but I'll definitely be there Saturday morning to film, to do my walkarounds that I typically do. Show you guys the layouts, give you that POV perspective. So that's coming in 2 weeks. On the 20th of April will be the new Braunfels train show, which I think is probably the best in this local area. They do it twice a year. Normally, this one coming up is usually the better of the two because they typically have the Lego layouts. They have the main manufacturers there, or not manufacturers as in like BLI and all that. It's more of like Spring Creek and so forth. So if you guys are in the local area, I will be at the new Braunfels train show. Feel free to you know, say hello. I'll get you guys those holographic stickers if you come by, because I know we got a lot of fellow San Antonians in the chat as well. So yeah. Sometimes you put citation on the wire and the smokestack. Huh. Oh, the sit-in, I should say. Not citation. Yep, and Railfanning K will be there too. Are you going to be a seller, or are you actually going to be, are you selling there? Railfan? Try to find some old school HO trucks, but couldn't find one for a decent price. Yeah, I get that struggle. So if anyone's in the Chicago area this weekend, the Wheaton Train Show is on Sunday, and you'll be there too, so you can meet the BCF Parts guy. There you go. Take plenty of videos, take plenty of pictures, BCF Parts, because that's the great thing about it, is that we can share all that. So BCF Parts is typically on Instagram. But yeah, you'll be doing both at the same time. Okay, cool. Filming and selling. Perfect. Yeah, I think for me, and Chuck will be there. Cool. So yeah, we get to see Chuck again. Awesome. I'm thinking about, as far as my needs, I definitely need another big storage box to put some of my other, like, holiday trains away. So that's something I'm probably going to grab again. If you guys, I did a train show haul from Samra and got one of those boxes, so you can see what they look like on that video. And I'm thinking about, because I don't know if I need anything in particular. I mean, I'm still looking for a Amtrak boxcar. Or, not boxcar, baggage car, excuse me. Two different things. Very wrong, two different things. I'm looking for that, but it's not really a high priority. Yeah, I think the big thing for me is obviously Mopac. Anything Missouri Pacific I'm going to grab. And I think probably I'm probably just going to go straight to Spring Creek and look for the Bonami decoder. Because I think the one thing that I really need is I've got a UP Ace that I want to use for my heritage fleet here and convert that into a Bonami. Because it's got a Tsunami 1 and I hate it. I want to get that converted over. Yeah, we should specify we're talking about April of 2024. Good point, BCA Parts. So, yes, April 2024, the 20th of April. Yeah, fair enough. Yes, we are talking about that. Yep. Is more store. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's the thing, too. IKEA kind of trolled me because these shelves, when I initially got these shelves, they were dirt cheap. And then I think they started to notice that someone was buying a lot of them, and they doubled the price on me. Yay, capitalism. So they doubled the price on me, and it's like I can't get any more shelves because they've gotten too expensive for me. So it's like, okay, what's the next best thing? Okay, let's start putting the trains that I know are going to be like once a year type of situation and put them in storage. So I got them in storage boxes underneath the shelves. And the next thing is probably going to be my modern freight cars. Because I do have a lot of modern stuff as far as the freight's concerned, but I'm going to put those away because I'm not going to touch them anytime soon. So yeah, New Braunfels, 20th April 2024. And if you guys are going to any train shows, feel free to shout it out in the chat as well. Obviously, the Rocky Mountain Train Show is tomorrow. That one's going to be big because of all the news that's going to come out of it. Again, I'm just curious what Scale Trains is going to do. Because BLI has shown all their cards. So I'm curious what Scale Trains is going to do. How much does it cost to enter a train show? Between $10 and $15 on this end. Depends if you have like a discount, if you're like a senior citizen, military discount. It just depends. It's basically between $10 to $15 per person. Trying to figure out your car storage now. Nice. It's a good and a bad thing, Kyle. It's a good thing and a bad thing sometimes. It is what it is. It is what it is. Can't wait to see CP 2816 and the UP 4014. When it comes to Canadian Pacific, probably not going to be able to railfan that one. And that comes with more news that I need to talk about here in a second. 4014 was still waiting on. So here's my problem with the 4014. We're in April. The Depot Days in Cheyenne's coming up in, I think, a month or two. And I think they're still being there for the Depot Days in Cheyenne. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm not sure if the Four Corners tour is going to happen. And the reason why I say that is because when you look at the logistics of everything, and if you've been watching the news lately, you know, look what happened in Baltimore just recently in the supply chain. I am concerned that UP may cancel the 4014 because of supply chain issues. Because it's very real, especially you start following all the news articles. Again, it's all speculation. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm concerned about 4014 because of the east-west connections that UP has. So I don't know, and that's my concern. So we'll see. I'm holding my breath on it. With extra shoe boxes. When is 2816? When's that coming to Corpus? I think that's in May, isn't it? If it's in May, I'm going to miss it. And we'll talk about that news here in a second if it is. Yeah, it's the final spike begins in Calgary April 24th. When does it drive from Shreveport down into, let's see. Iowa, Shreveport, St. Paul. So it departs Shreveport, or arrives at Shreveport, May 24th. So there still may be a chance that we can get it. And that's there. I just don't know when it's going to come into Texas. It's supposed to come to Laredo May 28th, and it's going to be from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yeah, I see that here. And that's the last stop. Yes, I don't know when it's going to come into Texas. So it starts April 24th in 2024. So that one may still do it. Thinking about mounting something in front of you. Bench work, nice. Yep, and you're 100% correct there, Warwolf. So the original UP 4014's tender is currently in, I think, the Iowa, or is it Iowa or Illinois? I think it's in Illinois. It's part of the hospital train. They're going to take it and convert it into oil, and then they're going to give the 4014 tenders back to the steam train in Cheyenne, and then the tender that the big boy currently has is actually 3984s, or 85, yeah. It's currently a Challenger's tender, and then they'll swap. Yeah, I noticed that too. I thought they were supposed to go into Mexico. Huh, I wonder why. Yeah, because I see it on their map here. I don't know. So yeah, it's supposed to drive through Houston. And it's going to go through Corpus. How far is Laredo from San Antonio? Now I'm curious. San Antonio to Laredo is 2.5 hours. Interesting. Foreshadowing. It was supposed to, but some reason it is now. I don't know. They'll announce it eventually, and we'll get the whole story behind it. 156 miles. So it's about the same drive to Corpus. Interesting. You'd be collecting... Excuse me. All right, so Sean here says I've been collecting O gauge and I have no past connection for MTH Lionel and third rail. You have over 100 locomotives and about 10 need that part. Wow, nice collection. You're supposed to, yeah. Heard some rumors that there are that there's an abandoned and finished restored steam locomotives in the woods. Huh. Thought you were talking about automobiles. So yeah, we'll see about that one. And the reason why I say that the CP one will probably not going to happen is because something new has developed. Again, we talk about life intersecting with YouTube. We are going to make a trip up to Omaha in May. Something has popped up that requires us to go to Omaha, Nebraska. And the opportunity came up to go see Big Boy 4023. And so that one is going to take higher priority over CP because of the amount of days I can take off. I'm trying to save up days for 4014, but with me starting to be a little bit more and more concerned about if this trip's even going to happen with the Four Corners Tour, that's going to leave us with no Big Boy for this year on the channel. And I really want to try to get at least one realistic Big Boy per year. And so we're going to be driving up from San Antonio to Omaha. And that gives the perfect opportunity to hit Big Boy 4023. So that's going to happen the second week of May. So I also have content kind of coming out and scheduled. But there's going to probably be no live stream that week. Yeah, so it'll be the second week of May will be gone. And so the 10th, that live stream on the 10th is probably not going to happen. Mohawks, interesting. Very interesting. So speaking of live streams, I got one more kind of announcement to make. I kind of alluded to it at the beginning of the stream. So we're going to be making a little bit of schedule changes. Don't worry. This time slot is going to be my dedicated. I'm not leaving this time slot. If anything, we're going to be adding to this time slot. So the second Friday of the month is typically me going to Samra for the general meetings. I talked to my wife about this a lot, and I'm no longer going to go to the general meetings. There's a lot of personal reasons behind it. Long story short, I don't have a lot of time. You know, time needs to be put into things that I really want to focus on. And I do get a lot of good information from the general meetings from Samra. He gets to the point that all of that I can catch up on their newsletter because they put all the minutes and everything. And so it's like, it's getting to the point that I don't want to say it's a waste of time. It's just I need to shift that time over to this channel. That way I stay dedicated to this slot every week. So it's been a long time coming. But I'm going to officially start that next Friday. So now, with that being said, we'll continue to stream every day now. What does that leave Boxcar Buccaneers? Because Boxcar Buccaneers was kind of a compromise to still stream once a week. but it's not working out for me. And the reason why I say that is 1 hour time slot for me just doesn't work because there's so much I want to get into talking. I can ramble for freaking hours. I've done a 24-hour live stream before, not necessarily on model railroading, but I've done a 24-hour charity stream before, and in a different life. But an hour is just not enough time. Not enough time. So, let's see. That's fine. No, and I'll make an announcement on my community tab. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Yeah, we all want to fly like an eagle, a Mopac eagle. Into the future. Is there more on? Let's see. Is there more than one big boy running? If you're talking about in real life, there's only one big boy that has been restored to operational condition. That's 4014 in Cheyenne, Wyoming. There are 8 surviving big boys. 7 of them are on static display. I have one big boy on this channel already. Big boy number 4018 is part of. I'll give you that link. So we have one big boy on this channel. I'm trying to get to the other 7 as well. Yeah. Not asking for an answer, but I want to consider politics of attending the general meeting in exchange for posting your shorts from the club layouts. Let's see. So I think I understand what your statement is. Let me see how can I phrase this. I have no interest in the politics. And that's as far as I'm going to, because unfortunately there's a lot more to it that I'm not going to talk about. It's just, I'm just not going to talk about it. Let's see. You're thinking of the Philadelphia Eagles? Yeah. 4005 was preserved for a reason. It was one that derailed in the 50s. Yeah. I don't know why they chose those ones to preserve. That's beyond me. That should be internal discussion. Yeah, I'm keeping it internal. But for you guys, that just means that I'm going to be streaming every Friday from this point forward. And the club and I are on good terms. Like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the time is going to be my time. I'm going to spend differently. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just it's going to be different. And don't get me wrong, Samurai is an awesome club. There's good people there. The scenery is awesome. It's just when it comes to general meetings, it's not for me anymore. It's just not for me. So yeah, what that means is I get to spend more time with you guys, and that's what I want to do. Because it sucks not being able to do it every Friday because it just puts a kink out of this. I'm a person of schedule and routine and all that. It really throws me off when I try to do an hour for Boxcar Buccaneers on Tuesdays. So yeah, let's talk about Boxcar Buccaneers. So the original intent behind it was to see if we can get like a crew similar to like Cab Crew Wednesdays, off the track Mondays and so forth, just to see if there's any interest in growing a new group that would do a stream once a month and rotate it. There was no interest. I didn't get any emails. I offered it up to anyone who wanted to try to do it. Didn't get any emails, which is fine. So for now, we're just gonna shelve that idea. So I won't be streaming Tuesdays on the second Tuesday of the month. We'll just keep it to this time stream. That way it doesn't get confusing. I don't have to try to cram everything into 1 hour. So I feel like that's the way forward. And it gives me a lot of my time back, too, because trying to prep on Tuesday for that 1 hour stream, you got to I got to analyze the impact on that for my family, and after doing it a couple times, the impact was just too much. There's just so much going on throughout the week that I kind of need that time back for the family. So again, just reassessing where my time goes. That was the ultimate decision. You know, and I had a lot of people I was talking to about it. Now, there will be some cases where I may go back to those general meetings. Definitely when majority of our members are up for voting. This is an off vote year, so yeah, and I can always vote when I go to a fun run. Um, and then there'll be some like car sales, and there'll be some building sales that they'll do during the general meeting. So those ones I'll definitely go to. Like the one in November, I think is our next big club sale. So that one I'll definitely go to, because there's some good gems that we get out of those. So yeah, the big boy. Yep, when Cheyenne display. Oh, I get it, Randall. Yeah, yeah. And I understand. It's like I sent out the feeler to see if anyone wanted to do it, and you know, life happens, and sometimes a good idea just needs to be shelved. Sometimes it doesn't work the way you think it's going to work, and you just shelve it. So. Oh, fair enough, Randall. I will keep that in the back of my mind. But for now, I'm just going to shelve the Boxcar Buccaneers until it can mature a little bit. And what I mean by maturing is if I can ever get that time back. And the thing is, it doesn't work for everyone to try to support it. So it's like, you know, we tried it. It didn't work. You know, we'll just shelve it. And we'll come back to it later. I'm not going to say it's going to be outright dead and kill it. It'll come back. It's just, it's got to be shelved. And then we'll just keep doing this time slot. But yeah, if we get like a dedicated schedule again, Randall, you'll be the first one that I'll contact and see if if you want to do it. So. And the other thing too, obviously, parts when it comes to the shorts and posting to a club layout. You know, I've talked to the president, I've talked to the board of directors, and they, you know, we've had some discussions about it. They gave me their feedback about it and everything, and they support me 100%. And I give them so much advertising because again, it's kind of a give take types of relationships, and it's like, you know, I source them as best I can, I advertise them the best I can, so they're 100% on board on what I do. So there's no, it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing. So. All right, Railfanning K, take it easy. I will see you Sunday. See you on Sunday. Maximum is 70 hours a week, but BNSF is doing what they're doing now. I'm lucky to get half that most. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. So yeah, so next week we will be back here on this time, Friday. We won't be on Tuesday because I think it is the second week next week. So yeah, I just want to make sure I get that announcement out so that way you guys know that, hey, there's no Boxcar Buccaneers anymore for now. It's going to get shelved, and we're going to go back to having just Friday every day. You guys know what time, what day of the week, and the big thing for me is that consistency. I want to maintain that consistency. Well, I appreciate that, Sean. Yeah, if you like some of my work, Railfanning K does a lot as well with the shorts. So if you want even more videos from Sammer like that, Railfanning K does a lot. And I'm starting to diversify a little bit too. Um, I am very excited. I'm very blessed with San Antonio. There's at least 3 HO clubs that I'm a part of now because I want to get you guys a little bit more variety in content. And all 3 clubs are needed for the area because you get a different taste of perspectives when it comes to model railroading, which is awesome. Samra is the main one that I go to. They have by far the best layout, the best scenery. It is gorgeous. It is built by several master model railroaders. But the downside, that the con to it is that they have Easy DCC. Easy DCC gives me a lot of problems, which is why I'm changing everything to my Blunamis because then I don't have to depend on their system. There's another place called the Texas Transportation Museum. That museum has several different clubs in the museum that has all the scales imaginable. They got Z scale, they got N scale, they got G scale that you typically see. They've got the 45 tonner there that you can do a ride on that you guys saw in one of my videos. And then they've got the TT, or not TT, they got Amory, which is the HO club that I'm a part of that you see from time to time. That I'm slowly starting to get the Railfan videos out and the shorts out from them as well. There's a third club that's up and coming. I usually call them Elmendorf, but it's actually part of the San Antonio Heritage Railroad Museum. And this museum has several other aspects to it. All right, so check it out. All right, mister, take it easy. Yep, catch us on the replay. Yeah, I'm just kind of rambling a little bit. So, light switch are on or off. Please go crazy when you're working non-stop or they're running anything and getting to work. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oof. Yep. So, yeah, the Elmendorf folks, they just acquired basically 11 acres worth of property and real estate. And it's basically an old clay brick laying factory is what they inherited, which is pretty cool. And they have multiple bays that they're going to be putting a Fremo modular club, strap 'em, or San Antonio prototypical mono railroaders. And that's what I'm a part of as well. And you're starting to see pictures of the modulars as we get them upright. So yeah, matter of fact, we'll probably start seeing some more pictures tomorrow because we put a lot of Fremo modulars upright. So really going back to my roots. And that's where I really enjoy about Elmendorf. Is because it goes back to my roots. Yes, the trek isn't that long. It's about a 5-minute trip there and back. It's really short, but you get that taste of being on a train. All right, Kyle, take it easy. I appreciate it, good sir. Hopefully work goes by fast for you and earning that money. But yeah, going back to the Texas Transportation Museum, they have Digitrack system, and I love that system because then I can control basically any train from my phone. They have the LNWIs and everything. So the layout is state of the art when it comes to command and control of the train. Like you can control all the layout turnouts from your phone, which is amazing. They have basically 3 main lines. They got the main circle, they got the mountain pass, and then they got the logging. You probably won't see the logging for me because it's kind of not working at the moment. Or it's very dirty. It's a little bit sketchy, so probably won't be running on that line. And then when it comes to Elmendorf, you guys get to see what a Fremo layout looks like. It's probably going to be point to point. It's from the 70s on, so we'll probably get a little bit of modern going on with it, and we'll get more operations out of it as well. And then Elmendorf is also working on getting 7.5 gauge going. TTM as well. TTM is also trying to get 7.5 gauge. They're kind of on pause for it right now, but in one city, there's the potential of having 2 7.5 gauge railways available to me, which is insane to think about. And we're talking about maybe 5 years down the road. But the fact that, man, 7.5 gauge as well, I love it. I love that idea. Yep, they do have that one steam locomotive. Yeah, it doesn't run anymore. I think they need a part that they can no longer make, and it's like a really expensive part now. But it's on static display. Is that the museum that has the helium cars? I don't. So the Texas Transportation Museum here in San Antonio, they've got the buses. You know the buses that Rapido are making. We got some of the. Um, there's a nickname for them, and the name escapes me. Fishbowl glass is what those buses have. So we have a few of those buses. They've got like old school fire engines, fire trucks in the museum. Um, there's some coaches. We got some cabooses. What else? So yeah, it's a small museum. It's nothing like these big museums that you see out east and west, but it's it's quaint is the best way I can describe it. It's pretty cool that we have at least we have something. It's quaint. Best way I can describe it. But by having all three clubs, by having TTM, Samra, and Elmendorf, I'm busy, and it's a good busy. Because I remember being in a city where I had no clubs, and that was awful. And then there's been some cities that I had one. But the fact that this city has three, and that's not counting the amount of lone wolf layouts there are. There's so many. Hey, speaking of the devil, the little steam engine will be worked on later in the coming years due to the others needing to be worked on first, and it'll be restored and working again. Also, Hyra. So, if you guys don't know, HO Scale Union Pacific is actually the president of Emory at the Texas Transportation Museum. Give him a follow as well on YouTube. He does a lot of prototypical, like as the name states, Union Pacific steam engines. Oh, and let me show you something. HO Scale UP. Let me show you something. Since you're here, and I can show you this. Broadway Limited has announced their first coach car for the excursion train you may be interested in, and I'll show you really quick. If I can get to it. HO Scale. HO Scale. Come on. Rolling stock and passengers. All right, so we do have, let's see, very fortunate San Antonio area for quantity and variety of mall rail clubs and museums. Absolutely, Chuck. 7 scale. Oh, nice. Okay, so let's take a quick field trip. Look at this. So they've announced their first excursion car, which is going to be the end observation. We've got the 9012, the 9013, the 9014, the 9015, and the 9016. And this one's going to be painted, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the Greyhound scheme. When it's primer gray with black trucks. Is that the Greyhound scheme? They don't have a picture of it, but yeah, look at this bad boy. And you can tell me if this is prototypical enough. They're missing any details. Oh, the Amarillo Railroad Museum. Yep, field trip. So yeah, these are some of their renderings, the 3D renderings. But more than likely, they're going to announce this tomorrow at the Rocky Mountain Train Show in Denver, Colorado. It looks good. It definitely looks good. So I will definitely be picking one up. And hopefully we get some more detail. When is this coming out? It doesn't say. Oh, so we've got spring of next year, and the order deadline will be October 17th. So we got some time. We're talking next year. And considering that BLI has announced that they're only going to release one probably a year, we're not going to see that that power unit for a while. But oh well. This still looks fantastic. Considering that it's going to be only... It's MSRP at 130, but I would imagine sales price will be 100. So in line with the California Zephyr cars. Yeah, really excited about that. But yeah, definitely excited for that. Yep. So yeah, you got the Southern trains as well. Hopefully, do an undecorated version. Doesn't look like it in this. The 5 that they've released so far, I don't think are gonna be any undecorated. Because all these say UP on it. Oh, every railroad needs their one bling bling car. Just make a story that your CEO needed one. But yeah, having an undecorated one would be nice because then I can paint mine Mopac. Because that's the thing I got to figure out is that when I make my, my fantasy greater Mopac Railway, my excursion train still needs an observation because I'm getting the Rapido cars for Mopac. I've got the Atherin cars that will kind of be attached to that, and then I need a dome car, and I still need that rear observation. So, yeah. See who loves buying old CF7s. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Looks real, yeah. Absolutely. Alright, let me get you guys some more close-up shots here. Do some more Railfanning. Let's bring up Ghetto Bridge. As these trains roll by. I'm so happy these cars are coming out next year, though. I don't think I can buy anything else from BLI this year. They've taken a lot of my money. Christmas is going to be rough. With the 2 Challengers, with the cars from Lionel, with all their Christmas cars coming out. Like, it's going to be a fun time. But I'm also crossing my fingers that the BLI coach car for this, or the business car I just announced, I'm hoping it can go around my turn. It's a 6-axle, so that'll be interesting. If it doesn't, then that's really going to get me motivated to fix this modular. I don't think we've had this shot today yet. Probably one of my more scenic camera shots on this layout. So yeah, I think that was all the announcements. Yeah, second week of May, we're gonna go up to go see 4023. Still unknown if we'll do the Canadian Pacific steam engine, and then whenever 4014 happens. Let's see if I can find. I'm gonna find a video. Let's see. This was last year. How long can you run the HO Big Boy? I can run it as so. This is not a big boy. This is a Challenger. So I don't want to give you hopes that I'm running a big boy. The big boy is actually parked. I can get into camera view though. I'll get the big boy in camera view for you. Yeah, it can run as long as I want it to. I put several hours on 4018. I'll get 4018 out because it was just parked on the siding off camera, but. 4018, what are you doing? Thank you. Alright, I'll get you guys on the 180 camera here. Make sure I don't have an accident. Oh, I got room. All right, so as I said, the Challenger's running on the main line along with a Northern. This is the big boy here. Okay. So this big boy is number 4018. It's one of the surviving big boys. It's currently in Frisco, Texas. And I will bring that video up in momentarily. Because we have visited this big boy. It was the first big boy on this channel. Mini hop session, yeah. Alright, let's see here. See if I can find. Here we go. Alright, so I will post. So it is called. Okay. Alright, so I'll leave the link here. Do you mean BLI? And what Paragon is it? If it's Paragon 4, then it's good. Paragon 3s are not the greatest. Okay, so 4018 we visited last year when we went to the NMRA train show in Grapevine. So we made a quick hop on over. Alright, field trip. Okay, so this was So there she is right there in all her glory, 4018. Just an impressive locomotive. And then we had an awesome opportunity to actually go inside the cab. Or a little bit. It was kind of blocked off, but we were able to at least get inside of it. So there's the screw that feeds the coal into the boiler. And then there's basically the inside of the cab and everything. But getting to see one in person is just amazing. Let's see if I can get some photos here. Yeah. So yeah, there it is. Oh, no, yeah, BLI. Sweet. Yep, so there's the first big boy on the channel. I'll eventually make a playlist once I get all the big boys recorded. But yeah, I also have that in HO scale. So this 4018 in HO scale, that's a River Rossi with Loke sound in it. And I do have so in HO scale I have 3 big boys. I've got the 4018. I have the 4019 with the elephant ears that Ather and Genesis had, that they came out with. And then I've got 4002, which is in a Greyhound scheme, but it's DC River Rossi. I've got that itch to convert that one to DCC. Now that I understand how Bunami works, we'll be converting that one soon. I don't know when yet, because I've got some other projects that have a little bit higher priority. But soon. But yeah, just an awesome just piece of machinery. Piece of history. Yeah, that was a fun trip. Yeah, no problem. That's one thing I love about the hobby. I love sharing what I know. Where's this one? And so, the next one that we're gonna probably get on the channel is this one. If I can find a good photo. This one. So, where is it? Okay. So, this is a 4023. This is in Omaha, Nebraska at Kinnifick Park, along with Sentinel 6900. So, this is the one that we're probably going to go and see in the second week of May. So, I'm definitely excited to go see this. So we can knock off another big boy. And hopefully we can get 4014 if it does come and if the Four Corners tour does happen. So hopefully we can knock off 2 more on the list. Hopefully. Let's see here. So yeah, there are 8 surviving big boys. We got 3 in the Cheyenne, Wyoming kind of area. Holiday Park, 4004. We got the one in Denver, the Forney Museum, 4005. In St. Louis with 4006. We got Steamtown in Pennsylvania for the 4012. Obviously 4014. 4017 in Green Bay, Wisconsin. 4018, which we've seen. And 4023, which we're about to go see. I think the hardest one to get to from this list is going to be the one in Wisconsin, in Green Bay. That one and 4012 in Pennsylvania are going to be like the two hardest for me to get. Because I think next year we can make the trip out to St. Louis, Missouri to get 4006. But when I was a little kid, I've actually seen 4004 and 4005. That's how I knew of their existence. So, yeah, the Union Pacific big boys. And let's see. Yeah. I'm really happy that we have surviving ones, and the fact that we living in a day and age where one is working again. Like if you're a railfanner and a model railroader, we're in a good time. So I call we're in the golden age or the iron age of model railroading. Just a lot of cool freaking things. A lot of cool things. Let me see. Do I have any 4019? Yeah, if you look on my channel, I got HO scale 4019. Yeah. So this is my 4019. So this is an Athearn Genesis 4019 with the elephant ears. It took me about a year and a half to find this locomotive. It is so freaking rare to find in HO scale. And expensive. The one I bought had a Tsunami 1, so I'm going to convert to Bonami eventually. But this is 4019 barring the 844's tender. So that way I had Bluetooth control over it. But this is the Samra layout, and it was just pulling the overland train. Yeah. So. Yeah, I love that big boy. 4019 is probably my favorite just because it has the elephant ears. It just looks so freaking good. Get the Challenger and the big boy shot here. I'm definitely on a Steam kind of fix right now. And I really wish I had a turntable right now. $4070 was the KVL. Interesting. Huh. Very interesting. Alright, let's see. You know, there's something I haven't done in a while. I'm getting a hankering to do it. I may have to turn on my fan, though. not today. I was thinking about bringing out the drone, but the room's a little more messier than what I would like it to be. I appreciate it, Sean. Yeah, definitely keeping it low key for this stream. We do have like camera cars that we can put on so you can get the first person view, but there's just something about just watching a double header go by. Kind of soothing. I ran this train for like 3 hours on, I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday. Just because I had a very, it was probably Tuesday. Had a very long day. And just needed to decompress. And so got this train out. And ran a Challenger at Samurai. Those videos will be coming out in the future. I think I've got one short out. Alright, let's get you the... This is Harbor Point. Pretty cool. Alright, we'll bring up this main one for a little bit. So basically, I did have a tag for each, but the problem I ran into was it is difficult to do that in the setup that I have. It is difficult to do it the way I have it. So, steam engine there by Cleveland, it was a 280. Nice. A 280. Touche. Yeah, and it's like, what's so funny about that too is like I've been watching camping videos, and it's like some people camp next to waterfalls and ponds and stuff like that. I know I've been finding that relaxing lately too. It's like normally I find something nice and relaxing to sleep to. Normally it was like DCC installs, but it shifted over to camping. I'm weird like that. I find something completely random and, ooh, this is a really good channel. Let me just binge watch everything off of it. That's the thing. YouTube has replaced all of my entertainment needs. So yeah, this view you can kind of see the whole layout, the Freemo Minimo concept, 12 inches wide by 3 foot in length. All HO scale, run by Digitrax. I've got a DCS 52 that's running the layout with an LNWI. I got a PM74 that's breaking things into districts that has that circuit breaker protection, so it protects my command station. I do have a series called How Far Can We Take Digitrax? That series is kind of on hold at the moment because the next step is getting the power supply and then the command station 240 that I want to upgrade to. And those are not cheap. So those are kind of on hold right now, especially with all the engines coming out. So yeah, this is the Icey Railway. Call it the Icey Railway when I'm just like in fun run mode. When I do operations on this layout, it turns into Iceyville. It may look small, but it packs a punch. I'm very, very happy and blessed to have it. Alright, let's bring up Phoenix Point. So for your layout, you plan to have an old school train station that you're going to make it from scratch. Nice, Werewolf. That's the thing, just finding that energy, finding that passion, finding that love. That's what it's all about. My passion's always been, train run around circle. I know it's not for everyone. People have to, find some purpose with it, and that's where operations comes into play. And that's the great thing about the hobby. That's why I said it's always going to be the world's greatest sandbox hobby. Because we can shape it, we can wreck it, we can morph it, we can manipulate it. It repeated somehow. Huh. Love scratch building. I'm getting into that world of scratch building. I'm not there yet. I like building kits, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm enjoying the wood kits. I never thought I'd be getting into the wood kits, but I actually find them more pleasant than the plastic, which again is another thing I never thought I would say, but here we are. No, repeated like messages. Now we don't see it here. I don't see it. That's weird. Huh. YouTube likes to do that from time to time as well. Get you guys this perspective. Oh, so my next episode of the Grand Project, I am in production with that video. I've got my narration done. Now I just gotta get the visuals, and we'll be on our way with the next episode. So the Grand Project, again, if you guys are new to it, is basically what's going to be my end state for the hobby. It's going to be my fictional railroad, which is basically going to be called the Greater Mopac Railway. Because, again, when it comes to mono railroading, I am attracted to Mopac. I'm attracted to the engines that they have, the paint scheme, just a lot of little things about Mopac. So I'm running with it when it comes to the lore of Iceyville and the Icey Railway. It's going crazy. That's interesting. Refresh, Sean. Close your browser, open it up again, maybe, because I'm not seeing any duplicate messages on this side. One thing you managed to find a decent price in old school HO rail speeders, since I couldn't find any old school rail trucks. Oh, nice. So now that I know that you kind of into rail speeders a little bit, Elmendorf has a rail speeders club as well. I'll take some pictures and I'll show it to you. And again, I say Elmendorf very loosely. It's technically called the San Antonio Historical Railroad Museum, which encompasses all the other subsections of it. So you heard if the linkage is down, the locomotive should run backwards, but the model runs forwards. I don't. It depends on the wiring. It could happen that way. It just depends on the wiring. If you get your wires flipped on the leads of the motor itself. Or are you talking about like no, but the model runs forward. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Linkage. Locomotive. All right, let's see here. 180. Just barely missed it. Alright, one camera. Let's do this one. Now, these ones will be a little bit choppier, but give you some different perspectives. One from inside the building of BCF parts. We've got the perspective on top of the building, top left, or bottom left, excuse me. I just wish I can. I need to. I need to get better cameras. Like these ones are nice for the mobility because they are technically wireless. Yeah, it's just choppy. Alright, let's get you inside the building here. So I think when I get like a better camera, when I can rotate 360, I'll probably put it in the building, because I think that'd be kind of cool to follow the steamer while inside the building. Could be interesting. Let's see. So we had a dream to make a town a little popular because you plan to make a little tourist railroad like Texas State Railroad and then call it Texas Gulf Coast Railroad, but won't happen. Yeah, I mean, anything can happen. Put camera on the ceiling, zoom in real close, and call it side camera. That is already an idea that I'm gonna do. I just, yeah, I'm planning on getting. There's a camera I actually want. I just haven't pulled the trigger because costs keep me a little bit out. Oh, you're talking about the driver rod piston for reverse mechanism. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. They don't model it in HO. At least none of the manufacturers that I know model it to that extent. But yeah, there's a camera. Ow. Let's see. There's a camera that is on my wish list that I want to grab. And I can't remember the name of it. I think it was made by Logitech. Or was it this one? So kind of the next evolutionary phase of the camera system here. Oh god, that's not even gonna happen. Anyways, it's a. I can probably show you. Make sure I don't dox myself. No, I will probably dox myself if I do that. No, that'll work. That'll work. Yeah, no, that'll work. That's just a zip code, which is not even right anyways. So yeah, I'm thinking something like this. And to zoom in, you can rotate it up and down, left and right on a remote and everything. I've been thinking about getting something like that to put behind me. So that way we can literally watch it and then zoom in, zoom out, and I have full control over it. So this is kind of the next evolutionary step in the camera system for this layout. And then do exactly what you said, BCA parts, mount it to the ceiling. I know there's some cameras that you can use as a light bulb. And I can probably put that right above me. Because something would be kind of cool too is if I can program it, I can have the camera. Let me just show you the. I kind of have to show it. Hang on. Because what I've been thinking about, if I can pull this off. Get something like this. Get something like this that has the bulb with the camera in it. Put that in my ceiling fan. And then if I can find a way to have it track that engine, then we can watch the engine literally go around the entire layout. Yeah, show and tell. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Okay, a lot of money involved, but if you get more, yep, land is cheap. The engine I plan to restore text specific 610. You're gonna have to use it to run. It was too slow. Another engine I plan is to restore some of the random steam locomotives in Texas. Fair enough. See, so we got this auto tracking. If I can figure out how to use the auto tracking with the locomotive, I think that'll be cool. So that's what I'm thinking about. Oh, Timothy. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's all theoretical. I always live in theoretical land, and then reality hits me with a freaking sledgehammer and says, "No, you can't do that. Get out of theoretical." Man, this is all in theory. But there was another person who did something like this. It was HO Subdivision Evanston Subdivision channel. He did a 360, mounted it to the ceiling, and then you can kind of monitor it throughout the whole layout. I love that idea, and something that I think I want to try to put into practice. But for now I just have this view, which is my kind of the overpass view per se. It's basically a camera mounted on a rail. So I don't know. There's a lot of little ideas that I'm tinkering with in my head to see which direction I want to take it. Well, good luck to you, Warwolf. I know that's definitely not an easy task. But for now, we have our, the cameras that we have now. I know it's not the best, but we get the presentation of the railway, which is what I'm kind of going for. Someday we'll get all this streaming in 4K and all that fun jazz, and time will tell. So another thing too is thank you to everyone who has subscribed, watching the channel. We are about 200 watch hours away from monetization, so we're getting there. Slowly and surely we're getting there. But again, that's thanks to you guys. I appreciate all the support on this crazy, crazy journey. And we're approaching 5,500 subscribers on the channel. Never would I have thought a million dreams that would be at this point. That we're basically knocking on the door for those emotes. We're knocking on the door to 5,500. Absolutely crazy. So how about a camera in the cab so we can have the engineer's view? I'll get you. Let's go ahead and get you guys on the train. When it comes to live streaming, for now, this is probably the best perspective I can give you with the equipment that I have. But let me get you guys on the train. All right. So to get you kind of that perspective of being on a train, this is kind of the best I can do for a live stream right at the moment, just because of technology, my knowledge level. Trying to get you actually in the cab of the engine is actually really hard to do. I know it can be done, but for a live stream, I can do it in like recording, and I can show you how I do that. But when it comes to live streaming, it's not easy. All right. So there we get a little bit of a. It's more of a dome view, like pretend we're on a inside of a dome of a coach. So I can give you that perspective. But I do have better quality cameras that I do for a lot of my recording. Thought I heard something that was derailing. It's like, oh no. Don't need that happening. Hang on. Okay, let's see here. Nice, 1 inch. Go we bought RJ Cummins, KG locomotive, turning order. Really nice. Huh. But yeah, anyways, welcome aboard the excursion doubleheader train from UP. Get you a few laps here on the train itself. And there's a big boy 4018 just chilling there. Alright, I was gonna look for something, now I completely forgot. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you, so I do have some videos from, I call them the camera train videos. I can show you those. And I actually got a 360 video as well. I haven't done one in a while, but the 360 ones are pretty radical. So yeah, this one. So here's my camera car. Now the cameras themselves are a little too big to actually put into a locomotive. I actually have these Exactorel depressed flat cars. But I have these type of videos. And this is from Amory at the Texas Transportation Museum. You can see some of the cars they got in there. Old school automobiles, fire trucks, and so forth. This is the main line. And then there's the 360 ones, which are really trippy. Oh, nice, Werewolf. Oh, I appreciate that, Sean. Yeah, it's pretty interesting what we can do nowadays. Huh. Learn something new. Let me get you a 360 one. Those ones are really fun. Ooh, I just realized it's been a while since I've done a 360 video. Need to fix that. Man, when was my last 360 video? Was it? Nah, it wasn't Christmas, was it? Maybe. Huh. Anyways, let me show this. So this was actually back in Christmas. This was my Christmas train. Now, basically what a 360 camera is it's got basically two lenses on either side that gives you almost, I don't know the degrees per se, but it gives you almost a good 360 kind of view. So this is Samra. This is the Samra layout. Okay, yeah, give me a hot minute. I'll take a look at it. I don't think I can access Instagram on my computer. Hang on. But yeah, I love this 360. These 360 shots are just crazy. Especially on a turn. You can see kind of the full train here. This is my Coca-Cola train. Yeah, pretty crazy. Alright. Let's see here. Let me go back to all the cameras here. Yeah, it's just, it gives me issues trying to log in. That's my problem. Alright, let's go to Instagram. As you saw on YouTube that some people were doing replicate scene from the movie and HO scale and engines that were used from Ath locomotives that were repainted. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay. I'll send this link out instead. We'll just do this. Boom. Now everyone can see it. And then there's one more I need to grab. Since I'm here. Since I am here. Because not every day I'm on Instagram. We'll get you to BCF parts. Huh. Interesting, Wolf. A lot of little interesting facts there. Ah, okay. So, field trip. Hashtag field trip. Yeah, I think we talked about that last stream. think it was the Western Pacific Zephyr that I wanted. I think that's the SE70. Yeah, the Western Pacific Zephyr. I couldn't remember the other one, but yeah, that Western Pacific looks really good. We'll take a look at that here in a second. All right, so this is the video that HO Scale Union Pacific sent me. So there's a Challenger. Oh yeah, this is that run that we were talking about that did the double-decker car or double-decker. Oh my gosh, intermodal cars. Ah, that's legit. Yeah, 43 intermodal cars. That's so cool. Oh, in the Arizona and California. Got it. Yep. You said this was at the the Temple train show. Let's take a look at this other one real quick. And then this one. Field trip. Live at the Temple train show. Oh, you recreated the the little piggyback for the smallest steam engine. That was pretty cool. When it was coming back from California. Yeah, 1990 River City Roundup freight train. And you got the caboose with the back. Yep. That's pretty nice touch. Nice touch. Cool. Yeah, I don't use Instagram a lot, so I'm just. What the? Ooh, like that. Okay, let's see. These were miniature outdoor trains. Some scenes were filmed, and other from actual passenger cars. That's cool. Not going to pick up the passenger car for the special. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what all do I have on this Instagram profile. Yeah, this one's a good one. Let's see. Yeah, I remember that one. The 844 395 double heading, the 844 and a Greyhound, yep. Let's see, where is... Okay. So I just dumped a lot of photos on here. But these are older ones. So here's my 4019, and then I can't remember which number this one was. This one I had a lot of random stuff on Instagram. So here is my 4002. Yeah. Back in the day. Some emotes. This is when I was back in Utah for the Ogden station. Yeah, bedtime. Yep, I get it. Yeah, we're running kind of late for those on the Eastern Coast. So yeah, I get it. We're kind of just into the after hours at this point. So yeah, this number 26 is the number 26 I have in HO scale from Scale Trains. Beautiful gas turbine, the big blow. And here's number 833. Centennial 6916 and the Rio Grande 5371. I miss coming here. That was so much fun. A lot of these other ones are from. This was before I did YouTube for model railroading. I actually did more Instagram and Facebook. But this was at Great Falls, Montana. They had a layout there. Taking a trip down memory lane. So these were all DC. They converted to DCC. They're running NCE now. But this was my DC 4002 pulling the California Zephyr. Yeah, this was the very early stages of my social media presence. Just doing random stuff. This one was my this is still a 4002. Because this was when I was still trying to do vertical recording, and Instagram at the time was the only one that would do what we know today as shorts, because that's what I wanted to showcase. This was basically where I got that idea of recording a very short video and having a train going across, a scenery piece. This was the very early concept stages of that. And then when YouTube came out with the shorts, the rest is history. So I was like, I got a whole... And this was like very noob me trying to record. So I got the shaky cam. Didn't know how to focus. This is the Western Pacific leaf train. Or feather leaf special that I was trying to build. This train will make an appearance on the channel eventually. I found all the cars on it. I want to do a salute to Western Pacific. I think I am close to doing that. I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing from Western Pacific. But I'm very close to doing that special. This is when I was running my front runner. Again, apologize for the shaky cam. I was trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure out life back then. Back in 2019. Yeah. Great Falls, Montana. The Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Paul station. Greyhound Scheme 844. I think I've got that playing here. I can barely see it, but this brings back memories. Lots of memories. So this scene is really special. So to put context, this is the museum in Great Falls. This layout belonged to a person called Pete Ellis. And Pete Ellis had a very interesting history for this gentleman. He kept this layout in his barn. And when he passed away, the family donated his entire layout to the club in Great Falls, Montana. I think it was called the Montana Railroad History Museum. And when they put it into this building, they couldn't build it like 100% the way he originally had it just because of the way it was brought in. So my wife and I were able to actually work on his layout, and we worked on this entire section. We put... this was our very first attempt at putting like scenery down. So we put some scenery down. Ferry made the pink tree because the idea was this spot is very special, kind of a little bit of an oasis. And so we got people like at a pool back here. We put the water in for the first time. We painted everything. It was really cool how it came out. And all DC blocks. So here's a climax, box climax. Running Pete's layout. And what's cool about Pete was that he was actually a consultant for Disney for when they were doing their miniatures. And he was also an MMR. And I had I had a great opportunity there because I was the first one to actually run on that layout when they got the whole electronics together. It was an honor. It was such an honor to run that layout for the first time. And here's another big boy here. Yeah, I need to get that 4002 converted to DCC. Miss running that train. But and I was back into Pokemon cards back in the day. Pokemon. There's my my DJing days. Yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. Lots of memories there. I was into tabletop gaming, some manga stuff. And then we get into present day. So, this is the Kirby yard, where I do a lot of my rail fanning. So, yeah. That's just a quick little tour there. I am not active on Instagram. I prefer using YouTube nowadays, just because I can centralize everything. But I should be double posting to both, but I just don't have the time for it. Alright, let's see here. If there's anything else. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about the Atherin SD70M. Yeah. So that was on their announcements. So let's go to Atherin. Alright, so SD70 series. How much were these? Let's see. MSRP. Orders due. Oh crap! Orders are due by the end of this month. I have to check out Train World, see how much they are. So yeah, this one looks interesting to me. The Western Pacific, because I like the idea of this one being a helper engine for my California Zephyr. So get like a Greyhound scheme big boy with this diesel assisting in pulling the California Zephyr, or even my GS4 with this diesel. There's a lot that I can do with this. Yeah, there's a lot that I can do with that. Let me go to Train World, see if they have it. I just want to know the price. With Tsunami 2s, that's gonna be nice. SD70M. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. So they got 2 row numbers. And I'll bring it up here in a second. I'm not. Let's see. With DCC sound, is this an economy decoder? The Arizona California one will be great for your old GP35s you have. Nice. So the price is. So sales price is $280. $280. And we're looking at, oh my god, another Christmas one. Oh, Christmas is going to be a pain. Should be Tsunami 2, yeah. I mean, Yeah, Tsunami 2. Okay, that's not bad for Tsunami 2. Yeah, that's not a bad price. The problem I'm gonna have is its release date is scheduled for December. I've already got a billion things that are gonna be coming out in December, so I'm gonna have to plan that one a little bit. It's one of those that I would call a luxury engine. I don't need to have it. It's not on my need list, but it'll be nice to have. So it could be one of those I just wait till if I see it like at a train show or something, I'll probably pick it up. We'll see. Not out of the realm of possibility. In this case, it's actually cheaper than what you pay for your BN ES44 ACs. Fair enough. And it's a Tsunami too. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. But again, guys, thank you so much for chilling out with us here on a Friday evening. Of all places that you can be, chose this little neck of the woods of the internet and YouTube. So again, I want to thank you all for those who are lurking, for those who will watch us on the replay. Thank you so much. Again, this part of the stream, we're just relaxing, watching train go around. You know, exploring new trains and all that. So. Let's see. You were talking about. All right, Randall, take it easy. Yep, I know it's definitely getting late. All right, let's get you guys back on board here. Do the solo. Let's do this camera. So we can get the view of that double header. Let's see something here. NYC. Ah, not on sale. Not on sale. All right. Oh, that's interesting. I heard Mocan Real Fan might set up a camera at Thai at some point. Not exactly sure where to put it though. Interesting, yeah. Very interesting. So I was checking up on things, make sure I didn't miss any news that may have come out during the live stream. I don't think anyone announced anything new. Yeah, this was a little bit more. Normally we have like a flood of information, but everything kind of just trickled in this week. You got the Springfield, Missouri. You put a link in if you want to folks check. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, I think I think we're all caught up on the news, because I don't think Rapido. That's one place I haven't checked is Rapido. I don't think Rapido has anything new per se. Yeah, it's the same announcements: the Super Continental line, the buses, the reefers, and their cabooses. So nothing new from Rapido. Atheron's just been freight cars in the SD70. So the big contenders are going to be Scale Trains and BLI tomorrow. But I think BLI has already announced most of the stuff they're going to say tomorrow. Scale Trains is the mystery one. We just don't know what they're going to announce. I said my suspicion is that's going to be 611. They'll probably have a sample. They'll probably have a sample there. Huh, nice. All right. Nice find. All right. We haven't done the 2 view in a while. Assuming this camera's going to cooperate. There we go. Get you guys the front and the rear here. And what we could probably do is add the 180 camera. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking as well that's going to be the official announcement of 611. I think they'll have a sample there. And then matching cars would be good too. Because Scale Trains needs to do something. Because BLI is kind of killing them, I think. But we'll see. They got a Fort Scott, Kansas Cam 2. Nice. Also, another thing I've also discovered besides Bunami's being able to be controlled by engine driver, I updated my Bunami app on my phone and realized that multi-train was available. Yay! I'm super excited about that because then I can manually consist multiple Bunami decoders. So we're one step in the right direction to start consisting some really cool trains. Not only here, but at Samry, Amri, or Samra and Amri. Oh, I missed that announcement. Okay, I completely missed it. So Shane said they were going to release the cars when the locomotive gets announced. Okay, cool. I've got some heavyweight Bachmann Norfolk and Western cars, so I probably won't go after the coaches. I'll probably just go after the locomotive. I definitely want the locomotive. Because with the locomotive, what I want to do with it is it's going to pull my Freedom train. And I really want to test to see how the quality control is going to be with steam engines because Scale Trains is going to have a lot of steam engines in the library thanks to MTH. And this will be the first test to see if it's worth going into it along with the low sound decoders for it and all that. So I really want to test that out. Because they're going to have the daylight, the GS4 daylights. They're going to have the Erie triplexes from MTH. Challengers. They got the big boys, cap forwards. So a lot is going to be riding on that 611 for me to see if it's still worth going to Scale Trains or going maybe just stick with BLI. That 611's going to make or break it for me. We'll see. BLI has set the bar so incredibly high. And I tell you what, if they don't announce the 611 tomorrow, man, what are they going to do? Because here's the other thing about Scale Trains. Their latest museum quality run of their, was it the SD45? Hang on. Scale Trains. Let's go do it real quick. Yeah, so the SD45s. Oh, they haven't come out yet, so I can't say that. It's all still on pre-order. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's still on pre-order. Because I was about to say, it's like, when's the SD45? I thought the SD45s were already out, but they're not. Yeah, the SD45Xs. Because I thought these things were out already, and they're not. Yeah. Yeah, they don't come out till later this year. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not for me. I mean, even though no, it's still Southern Pacific, it's just meh. I haven't heard a lot of hype around this diesel either. Just within like Facebook and the YouTube sphere of things. I'm just curious if this is going to be... You think they're due in September? Okay. Oh, man. Clearly I've been slacking on the news then from them. Oh, no. It's just this diesel didn't interest me. You have the EMD demonstrator on pre-order. Okay. Oh, so you're talking about... These ones may be more popular, yeah. The demonstrator version. Yeah. $380 though. Wow. Yikes. I think that was another reason why I kind of didn't get it. I mean, I understand it's museum quality. They're going to have all the details. The CC Ready ones are sold out on pre-order. Looks like they have 3 different numbers. Yeah. Yeah, this one's sold out. 4001 is sold out. Looks like they got 4002, 4003. But see, here's my gripe about Scale Trains, though. When it comes to their DCC Ready, you gotta swap out the motherboard. If you really want all the functions. Because it's their own customized motherboard that usually only works with low sound. If you want, like, I think it's the lights in particular. If you want those to work, you really gotta swap out the motherboard. So is it really DCC ready? Yeah. Yeah, when I saw this announced, so I got to see these in well, I got to see them being announced at the NMRA convention last year. and it was a pass for me. It was a pass. But yeah, if you go to HO coming soon, you know, they got a coming soon section, so I'm assuming this is going to be opening up to the 611. But man, what happens if it isn't? That's the crazy part. What happens if they announce like something else? And it's not like any diesel or steam engines. Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's a museum quality C ready, which means that you gotta deal with all those parts when trying to get to the inside of it. You got a fair point on that one. Yeah, might as well go all the way. Yeah, I couldn't justify that price. I just couldn't. But yeah. Again, price is relative. So if you guys want to see a review and it running, go ahead and subscribe to Randall's channel. That's going to kill me. I don't even want to think about it. 611 in museum quality? Dear God. You know how expensive that could be? I don't think I want to know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what scale trains do. I'm rooting for him. But BLI is kicking the butt right now. At least for me as a consumer. My money right now is a good chunk of it's tied up in BLI. Yeah, but that's just me being biased. But don't get me wrong. If you guys are river counters and love details and love modern equipment, do not overlook scale trains. They've got some fantastic locomotives out there. Scale trains is by far love. Oh, I didn't realize they had undecorated either. Ooh, that's tempting. But yeah, definitely do not overlook scale trains. Yeah, their GP30s was my favorite diesel of last year. They won my Icey award of the best diesel. My newest favorite 4-axle diesel, because they were just that good. Yeah. And one of these days I need to get these two. But got my Chicago Northwestern and Rio Grande. There you go, yeah. Yep, so if you're interested, and that's the great thing about the hobby, someone's going to review it. So Randall's got it. Got you guys covered if you want to take a look at that, and I'll definitely be watching it. And then I'll be kicking myself in the butt for probably not getting it, but there you go. Yeah, the GP30s are nice. And then definitely my favorites, the gas turbines. The big blow. I'm getting the hankering to run that diesel again. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a hankering for it. Yep, it is what it is. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I don't regret getting the ones that I did. It's a small letter, so I got the billboard. Yeah, they're freaking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then GP40s. Like, I wish I can get this one. I just don't think I can make it happen. Like the Western Pacific. Yeah, I'm still kind of back and forth on this one too. When are these ones coming out? Later this year, November. Ah, those are nice. Those are nice. Yeah. Very, 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 very nice. Alright, guys, I think what we're going to do is I will give the yellow signal to our engineers here. Give them one more lap, and then I think we'll call it a stream. So just as a reminder, no Boxcar Buccaneers is officially kind of shelved for now. We'll be back next Friday, same time, same place. And I've got an idea for next Friday that I'm excited for. So we'll be back. See, where is it? We've got April 12th. We'll be back. Pretty darn cool. It's amazing how far this hobby has gotten. Like, I'm looking at a Tsunami 1 Challenger with a Blunami 844. That steam engine is 20 years old. Absolutely crazy. I appreciate it, Chuck. Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. I appreciate it, good sir. Again, thank you to everyone. Those to all of you who have been lurking, who will watch on the replay. Definitely helps build our little family here. On this wonderful Friday evening. But yeah, we'll bring these engines in and call it a night. Get that red signal going. Alright, bring up the showcase scene. Alright. And just slightly short. All good. All right. So again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, the news. And yeah, definitely have a good weekend. We'll be back next Friday. Until then, stay safe and appreciate all you guys' support. See you on the next stream.